It was torment in Tempe as the number 21 USC Trojans bounced back against the Sun Devils with a final score of 48-17. Welcome into HouseOfSparky.com. I'm Troy Lynch alongside Matthew Tonis and Madden. And guys, it was the Trojans game from the start. Right from the get-go, they just were scoring, and Sam Darnold definitely bounced back against that tough loss against Notre Dame. What'd you see from the Trojans?
Yeah, they really did all the things that ASU had limited over the last couple of weeks. They converted on third downs and especially third and longs. They were able to run the ball really well. A lot of big plays both through the air and on the ground. Just everything that Phil Bennett has talked about the ASU defense eliminating, USC exploited those, and it was a complete turnaround for the ASU defense.
Yeah, it was interesting because a lot of people coming into this game, if you're an Arizona State fan, you had a lot of hope that they could beat the Trojans because they were coming off a 49-14 loss against Notre Dame. Granted, they're a very good team, but they gave up 341 yards on the ground, and 216 of them came from Ronald Jones. How did that happen?
Well, they just did not tackle. I mean, we saw it last season and the last couple seasons from ASU, and we saw it the first 3 games. And like Tony said, it just completely, I guess, turnaround is a nice way to put it, kind of a downward spiral. So, I mean, they had nearly 400 yards at halftime. That is so much more than they've allowed through the first half of any other game, and they just couldn't tackle. I mean, it just sort of comes down to that. And that's what the players said. That's what the coaches said, and just USC. They talked a lot about it in the post-game press conference. Just has skill players that are on another level.
Yeah, and USC ended the game with 607 total yards. Yes, you heard me. Arizona State, it was a different story. Offensively, they had a couple big plays. They had a Hail Mary that worked barely just before halftime, and N'Keal Harry, he had one 70-yard catch. But after that, nothing was really going for the offense.
Yeah, ASU was really limited in what it could do. They tried to run the ball. It kind of worked. They tried to throw the ball. It kind of worked. In that stretch from the last play of the first half and the first drive of the second half, they looked really good. They looked like the offense that we're used to seeing. But outside of those two, that 3-minute, 31-second stretch, it was kind of an anemic performance. 1 of 12 on third down. Just overall, they really couldn't get anything going. They couldn't build momentum offensively, and it really showed on the scoreboard.
Yeah, a tough loss. Now Arizona State falls to 3-2 in conference play in the Pac-12 South. Now obviously USC still at the top, but ASU, what does this mean for them going forward?
Well, they still definitely have very winnable games in Colorado, UCLA, Oregon State left on the schedule, but now their destiny is out of their own hands. They need USC to fall. They need Arizona to fall at the end of the season, that Territorial Cup, but now it's just you have to sort of sit and watch the scoreboards of other games and play the best that you can if you're ASU.
Now, I know that USC won 48-17, but can we all agree that Matthew Tonis is the real winner tonight with this bow tie pocket square combination, a 3-piece suit? I could go on and on. Well, that's going to do it for us here at HouseOfSparky.com. Final score is 48-17. He's Matthew Tonis. He's Madden. I'm Troy Lynch. Arizona State going up against Colorado. That'll be next week. Same here. Hopefully not the same time.